Hi, everybody. This is Diabolik from Perfect Score, also from Bacon Ice Cream Productions. This is, I believe, our second thing that we're putting out for Bacon Ice Cream officially. I'm here with Kate. We are at DexCon 10, 2007. Yes, 2007. I forgot the year already. This is, it's Friday, yes. And we have been here for 2 days, 3 days?
3 days.
I don't know. We started
Been
Wednesday.
Here since Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's your third day.
Yeah, something like that. What do you do with Double Exposure?
I'm the executive assistant. I pretty much keep Avi and Vinny from killing each other and then killing the rest of us. I pick up anything that needs to be done. If we need a truck rental taken care of, I book that. If one of our staffers has an emergency offsite, I try to step in where there's a gap in the schedule or a gap in our staff. Basically, I'm here to make sure that everyone has a good time and have fun.
Okay.
Feed everyone sugar.
Now, we were talking earlier, previous, you weren't necessarily doing this. What were you doing?
Originally, I was the convention hostess and the director of hospitality. And this is actually my first convention as official executive assistant. I used to walk around, make sure that all the dealers, the vendors, you guys, the GMs got fed, because they get stuck at a table and they generally forget to feed themselves. And if they don't feed themselves, they get cranky, and then they make the players cranky, and then we get cranky, and then it isn't fun.
It's a bloodbath.
Exactly, and we don't like blood. The hotel gets mad.
Oh.
No.
Well,
Even fake blood, it's messy.
Understandably. How long have you been with Double Exposure?
I've been with Double Exposure since 2003, I think it was 2003.
I think you're right.
When we brought back DexCon 7.
Okay.
I was with I started in Dreamation, and then we had DexCon, and just been working with them ever since.
Okay. We actually met for the Avatar intro earlier. Would you like to talk about the Avatar system?
The Avatar system is, I think we're going into our 12th or 13th year. It's an organic live role-playing game as opposed to a live action role-playing game. We have people, you can be sitting down and playing your characters, or you can be up and moving around, as opposed to boffer games, which you actually have PvC things and you're hitting each other. We don't like people to hit each other.
Okay.
Like I said, we're entering into our 12th year, which originally premiered at Dreamation, where everyone who walked in the door made an avatar, which had never been done before. Vinny could tell you more about that, because it was his baby. We're just released August of last year, version 3, where we revamped the rule system again, because the players get smarter than us, so we have to make it more difficult.
We try.
Yes. You little devils. And it's an experience. The players are constantly coming up with something new and exciting and innovative that we, 9 times out of 10, end up back in a hotel room saying, okay, now what do we do? They just hosed our plot, but it's so much better than what we had planned. And so we run with it. We don't have a lot of plot generally. A lot of it is player-driven. A player will come to us and say, okay, I want to do X. I want to create something that's happening this weekend is the Unified Circuit. A player 2 years ago had this idea and has made it reality, and has had all the players running around trying to figure out, is it evil? Is it good? We don't know. We have to either destroy it or make it work. And so a lot of the players like any game, the players add flavor, and our players add so much flavor to our game.
Okay. I know where I can get the information on Avatar, because I've already taken care of it, but if anyone was watching that didn't get a chance to sit in on the intro or isn't going to be able to do any of the Avatar stuff here at DexCon, where would you recommend them starting?
Start at our website, www.dexposure.com. That's for anything Double Exposure related. There's information on the actual Avatar system there with our rules set, and from there, there's a link to the forums, which I don't know that off the top of my head. But there's boards where the players have an in-character stuff where they do in-character actions, out-of-character stuff where they oh, I had this really awesome story about my character, here, read it, and people get feedback. Oh, I'm going into the city next week, who wants to do a pub crawl? And that's where everyone interacts.
Okay.
primarily, if they're not interacting with each other on their own.
Now, I know Double Exposure does Avatar-only events. Would you like to talk about them?
We have a minimum of 2 standalone Avatar events. Our confirmed next one is, I believe, the weekend before Halloween, called Lugosi Con, which is run by one of the organizations in the game. They generally have this big Halloween extravaganza with everyone dresses up. There's some sort of plot that's happening that weekend when everyone became high schoolers, and there was angst, because they're all high schoolers and teenagers are full of angst. And we have one standalone generally in March as well.
Okay.
We've been trying to have them 6 to 8 weeks apart, and we've had the bigger events that happen in Dreamation in January and DexCon in July, and so we have 2 events flanking those. Generally we also have an August event, but we haven't booked anything yet.
Okay. What is your favorite part about a convention? DexCon, Dreamation, whatever?
I have to say it's seeing the vendors and the game reps and the people who've never gamed before coming out and be like, oh, this is so cool, you have to try this game. And the energy that just bounces from room to room to room. Last night, I walked out onto the convention floor, and there was just this energy, like you could feel this pulsing energy at the actual convention, where everyone's just having an awesome time, and everyone's laughing, everyone's yelling, and from Wednesday to Sunday, it's just this constant energy flow, and I absolutely love that.
Okay. Do you have a favorite con story?
Favorite con story? There are so many. I guess there's so many different, I couldn't even begin to say a favorite con story. Snippets of really great role-playing scenes in back corners where, last Dreamation, we had a part of the Avatar system is every January the ruling body of the Nexus has to have elections. And we didn't like who was actually looking like they were going to win. And so the 5 players decided, no, we don't want them to win. And within 20 minutes, we had that person seated as the head of the council, as the president. And it just, watching the players say, hey, Joe, come here. You really don't want that one to win. Do you know they don't wash their socks? And like, oh no, I shouldn't vote for them. Who should I vote for? Tell me, who shall I vote for? And we did, and they did. And it was such a great role-playing experience. It's been a lot of fun.
I have one last question. How did you get started with Double Exposure?
I first got started by a bunch of my friends. I grew up in Red Bank, New Jersey, and a bunch of my friends had been going to Avatar events, standalone, and they went and they came back and they were talking about it, and I really wanted to go, so I showed up and I got sucked in. That was back in 2001. The best story of Abby, my girlfriend and senior vice president of Double Exposure, she describes the first time she actually saw me was I was in a short skirt dancing, and apparently I was flat on my back dancing. And she turned to one of her GMs and said, is that one of ours? Can we keep her? And I never looked back.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy the rest of the convention.
You too.
Excellent.